nicht killen, ich muss gucken. Hallo.
Normal.
106 Minuten halt. Eine Stunde
Okay.
und 40 Minuten.
Du weißt nicht, dein Speicher.
Das braucht 9 Gigabyte. Und Janus?
Komm her.
Komm auch.
Nein. Meine Kill.
Nein, ich wollte den Kill Janus stehlen, deshalb. Jano?
Mhm.
Ah,
Ja, komm.
look, oi.
Das Kind war etwas nach unten. Dem Dick etwas nach
Tobi?
So, jetzt bewegt.
Tobi?
Ja.
Ich hab dich auf YouTube gefunden, von da weiß ich das.
Aber wie hast du mich auf YouTube gefunden? Hat dich Kali das erzählt, oder?
Nein, ich hab da geguckt. Und dann hab ich diesen Spieler gesehen, ne? Dann wollte ich da reingehen, da hab ich dich an deiner Stimme erkannt. Ob man dich nicht an deiner Stimme erkennt.
Nö, manche erkennen mich nicht an meiner Stimme. Ja.
Ich schon.
Oha, du kannst hier deinen eigenen Charakter machen. Wie geil ist das denn? Juch.
Junge und Mädchen.
Ja, ja.
Hamudi. Diesmal geht es so rum. Boom. Oh no.
Kadi,
Hm.
nächste Season kommt Kevin wieder.
Heaven,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Welt.
Kevin, der Würfel, da.
Ja, ja, Kevin der Würfel.
Welt.
Kevin allein zu Hause.
Als ob du den nicht kennst, Digga, diesen Kevin. Ja, moin. Kadi,
Kevin, der Würfel.
Ah, da.
Von Season 6 oder so kam der rein. Beim Wolf. Glaube ich Season 6, aber ich glaube
Aber-
nicht.
nein, Season
Aber
5 war das.
warum
Season
Kevin?
4, ne?
Warum
Season 5
Kevin?
war das. Season 5. Season 5. Da war das erste.
Ey,
Hamudi, ja, Hamudi. Gut. Ich muss das andere Spiel auch herunterladen. Dann lösche ich das einmal. Damit ich... Egal. Warte, bitte. Nicht killen, ja? Ich muss das machen. Digga, ich lösche hier. Ich hab jetzt schon 4 oder 5 Spiele gelöscht, die ich durchgespielt
Starten,
habe.
so. Ja.
Nicht ausrasten, Hamudi. Bleiben Sie ruhig. Aber du hast doch letztens gesagt, es kommen 4 Spiele.
Ja, das eine ist für PS5 und das sind nur 3. Das eine ist für PS5 und das eine ist Tomb Raider und das andere ist,
Ja. Wie geil. Das kann man mit Freunden spielen.
entweder mit Freunden oder alleine, ich weiß es nicht ganz genau.
Sieht schon geil aus. Jetzt wirklich. Wenn scheiße ist, ich lösche direkt. Ich will jetzt nicht. Ich hab aus Versehen, ich Idiot, ich hab mit Geld gekauft.
Also,
Da bin ich lost.
Was hast du mit Geld gekauft?
Ja, die ist 40. Aber wenn mein Vater das gleich rausfindet, wenn der von Arbeit kommt und das sieht, in Nachricht auf seinem Handy.
Okay, das ist geil. Das Spiel ist geil.
Warte nicht, killen, Hamudi. Ich guck wie lange. Hä, wo ist das?
Das
Digga,
Spiel,
warte mal. Mein Akku. Handy-Akku.
das Spiel ist wirklich geil,
Warte.
Digga.
Okay.
Oha. Die Grafik, Alter, mit diesen Rittern oder
Hör
was?
doch auf! Ich darf mich jetzt heilen. Digga, Zone kommt. Bist du für eine, Hamudi? Du denkst, du gewinnst immer noch, ne? Denkst du gewinnst immer noch, ja, ja. Ja? Ansage, okay, Ansage. Ansage, du gewinnst. Ansage, du gewinnst. Nein.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see.
Oha. Jetzt muss ich kämpfen, Alter. Ja, moin.
Du gewinnst? Gut, bin ich dir.
Juch, Digga.
7 Stunden? Digga.
Bei mir waren es nur 2 Stunden, Digga, dann war es fertig.
Aber ich glaube nicht 7 Stunden. Aber ich glaube schon wegen meinem Internet.
Junge, der ist OP. Ja, was ist geil?
Guckst du heute Abend?
Na klar, gucke ich heute Abend. Ich habe gestern schon geguckt.
Was denn?
Weißt du noch, dieser Junge?
Ich habe gestern schon geguckt, Kadi, du Deutscher tut ein Superstar. Ich gucke heute
Ja,
weiter.
Was?
Weißt
Ja,
du noch, dieser Junge?
Ja, Mann. Und Dings ist richtig cool. Hier, wie heißt der Junge? Der in der Jury sitzt. Mike Sänger. Er ist richtig cool, finde ich.
Ding, ich musste lachen wegen einem.
Ja, ja.
Was guckt ihr? Was labert ihr da?
Wir reden über Deutschland ist ein Superstar. Einmal Deutschland ist ein Superstar.
Oh mein Gott.
Was? Du kannst sogar hier Zaubertränke trinken? Ja, moin. Aufpacken.
Tobi, bei FIFA, ne?
Ey,
Wollte,
Leute,
ne?
ich guck YouTube, dann geht das viel schneller, okay? Ich komme so gleich Fortnite, okay? Spielt ihr beide, ja? Ich guck YouTube.
Bei
Weil dann
Wollte,
geht es
ne?
viel
Gibt
schneller.
Haaland.
Haaland?
Mhm.
Ja. Ich mach das so.
Digga, ich hab vergessen, wie Haaland aussieht.
Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a
Und ein Zop.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough.
Mädchen.
Need to get you through the basics, so you risk getting your feathers
Viel
ruffled
Spaß.
first sign of trouble.
Ich muss das Flipper-Team für machen.
Ich komme.
Ich hab 3 Stück schon.
Oha, als ob. Er wollte es. Bam. Bam.
Ich gehe FIFA.
Ja, mach das.
Okay, tschüss.
Oha.
Ich mache jetzt Haaland.
Oha. ey. Digga.
Mohammed.
Mohammed ist weg kurz, der kommt ja.
as we've brushed up on the basics?
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed.
Da ist er ja wieder.
Oh,
Barracks on the island.
Ja?
Mann.
Ja?
Bags packed for the great departure.
Was ist?
Yes, you know I get by with very little.
Jano.
You're not angry that
Jano.
I'm coming with you, I hope.
Also,
Jano? Wird verlassen.
Der andere,
Dieser
sein Freund.
Hamudi?
Ja.
ja,
Wieso?
der geht auf.
Okay.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilian are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
So the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since.
Mohammed,
You know Constantine? I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood.
guck
Ja.
mal. Wo dein Handy?
Thought of bidding
Der ist neben mir.
farewell.
It is
Ich
never
hab
easy to
dir
say
was geschickt.
Wann?
should be going to see him. Now.
Vor einer
I'll meet
Stunde.
you in front of the palace.
Okay, mach.
Ein Foto.
Constantine to
Einfach so.
I'll meet you as soon as I've said my
Hab
goodbyes.
Langweil.
Schwule Schwulette.
Hast du gesehen?
Mhm.
Guck jetzt.
I've put this off for as long as I can. I need to make my farewell
Ja.
to my mother. I'll go and meet up with Kurt in the city afterwards.
Mhm. Ich probiere.
What is this?
Okay.
Not been told to knock.
Stimmt.
I've
Aber
asked
ich
1,000
probiere.
times. Oh,
Und dann
it's you,
der.
my dear
Ernst?
child.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Was ist der kann nicht mal
Let's
Fußball.
speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him.
Überall Frankreich-Team, Alter.
Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Oh,
Yes, but the idea of leaving
Trimax
behind
rastet
alone
aus.
and ill.
Dying.
Kennst ihn ja.
child.
Da rast immer aus, wenn er Fußball spielt.
Alas, there's nothing you can do by staying.
Nein, weil der hat Packs aufgemacht und da kam nur Torwart raus. Die ganze Zeit der gleiche.
Ich weiß.
It's full of miracles. Maybe we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I
Ja,
would
jetzt
never be
gucke
able
ich
to
mal ein
return in time.
Minecraft-Video von denen. Sein
But
Freund.
it brings me comfort. But to know my son left on a mission to
Mal.
heal his people.
So.
Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
Plus I. Ja.
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Da. Trimax.
Geschafft. So.
Vor 2 Stunden.
Geil. Jetzt fahren wir mit dem Schiff. Wie geil ist das denn?
Kurt, it's done.
Sorry, Greenblood.
Oh,
Look,
Minecraft.
we can see the masts of the
Halute.
ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supply.
nach dieses Spiel geht Essen.
I did all I could to
Hä?
persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
So,
Ey, hat so ein iPhone, Mohammed?
Was?
Hat so ein iPhone?
Ja,
Welcher?
iPhone 7 Plus.
Hm. iPhone-Einwurf.
iPhone Einwurf, ja Mann. Das sieht aus wie Flucht der Karibik, dieses Spiel, Alter. Ich schwör auf meine Mutter. Wenn das wirklich so wie Flucht der Karibik ist, boah, dann spiele ich das jeden Tag. Neun Gegner. Ja, Gegner.
Ey, ich stumm mich, okay?
Nein, ja.
Warum?
Junge, das ist richtig schwer.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Eine Kiste, nein. Endlich habe ich ihn. Muss noch reinkommen.
Tobi, ich hab 4 Spiele, brauche noch 2
Bei was?
bei Icon-Tausch.
Und so.
Und du?
Ich habe alles fertig.
Alle?
Ja, alles. Ich kann nichts mehr öffnen,
Oh.
ich habe alles fertig.
The merchant is there.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us. To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us. To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to feed the talk
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd think best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tirfredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to dock to the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age.
It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming. That will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Not for the Malachor.
Be back soon, Captain.
Hallo?
Hallo?
Ist Mohammed immer noch nicht da?
Oh, der ist weg.
Jetzt gucke auf YouTube. Jetzt kann. Guckt der YouTube an?
Ja, der
If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients.
Magst du auch mit?
Was?
Wie lange zockt du das noch?
Lange.
Ah, okay.
Ich habe gestern den ganzen
Dann-
Tag nur FIFA gespielt. Ja.
Ja, also in Frankfurt am Hauptbahnhof schon. Also da sind Menschen, die häufig am Hauptbahnhof. Jetzt nicht, dass ich da war oder so, aber
Ach, du guckst dir das an. Ich höre das Kai.
Hä?
Ich höre das gerade, was du dir anguckst. Ja, es geht um ein Heim, bitte.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Did you hear the bell?
The bell? Of the port authorities?
Of course. We're not in Teleme, you know. You better get going. The harbour master is ringing it. All the Nauts must rendezvous at the port authority immediately. Must be something serious.
Damn, I didn't hear either. We're done for. Come on, we need to move fast.
Be off with you. I'll watch over the warehouse in your absence.
The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Gleich müssen wir noch kurz.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get done! Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs. Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart, and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man, who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand? Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Was? Nein. Mhm.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not
Hallo?
their souls.
Thank you for the information.
Off with you.
Mohammed, rede mal. Mohammed.
Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who put
Hallo.
down his pint. Anything else?
Der ist immer noch nicht da.
How is business going these days?
This picking up. We've not seen many new customers,
Ja.
but have walls of dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out their homes.
Sag mal, mein Vater soll Fieberpoint machen.
Closing shop, I tell ya. And then, thankfully, the alchemist
Ey, du hast recht.
couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distressed,
Tobi.
as is their nature, but they are
Du
like
hast recht.
it's a start. I also lost
Schwierig.
100 K-Pack geben wirklich Glück.
scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you.
Ne?
The
Ja.
city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new island.
Eine Stunde, dann kommen neue Packs.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard
Weiß
some
ich.
stories about Tier
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night...
Footkraftdogen macht man da.
Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask
Braucht man nicht, Alter.
Bei was?
Bei jetzt PC kriegt man Footkraftdogen.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man.
Verbrauche in 5 Partien mit La Liga spielen in und eine Liga Vorlage bestellbar.
Boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A note, you say?
Tobi,
That's not a lot to go on.
La Liga spielen in
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
mit La Liga eine Liga.
I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Weißt du was, ich mach eigentlich nicht, ich schwitze jetzt Gewalt. Ich mach eigentlich irgendwann bald. Ich schwitze jetzt Gewalt. Wann kriegt man überhaupt Belohnung?
Donnerstag.
Wow. Heute schon Dienstag?
Ja.
Ey, sieht der Jumbo Premium Goldback gut?
Ja.
Ah.
Who are you?
Los geht's, Leute.
Am I in your debt?
Na, das kommt nicht mehr. Ich war schon gestern den ganzen Tag FIFA. Ich bin nicht so einer, der jeden Tag FIFA spielt. Ich wollte nur die Icon-Swaps machen. Schmeiß weg.
Ich brauch nur noch Mbappé, Alter. Wenn du nicht grad.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather.
Oh, Latte!
And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him.
Oh, Latte.
My business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Leute, nimm mal, Lord.
Who was the
Boom! Ach. Oh, man.
A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens.
Oh. Ey, du bist so scheiße bei Ecke.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Was willst du machen eigentlich? Da kriegt man dahinter.
Warum ist er jetzt offline gegangen?
Der doch, ja. Keine Ahnung. Leute, nimmer. Dope, nimmer. 2-0. Und, ey, das macht voll Spaß. Wenn du voll keine Team hat und King Online spielt, Alter, das macht voll Spaß. Nimm mal auf.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord Desade.
Oof.
And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled.
Jo, 3-0. Ey, verlass, bitte verlass. Du bist so schlecht. Gut, verlass.
We got our son back.
Jetzt warte. Wenn du nicht verlangt hast, dann bist du schlecht.
I'm very surprised.
Oh mein Gott, der will weiterspielen.
Confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Volley!
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. My poor little Celestine. Then we learned
Ey, Alter! Du weh!
docked in Serene. Then my husband had
Bei mir ist einfach Marike.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand
Du
why.
weh.
Until the Nords have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back
Warte
from us.
mal.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nords wouldn't be the first.
Wie du in der Marike fallen.
Als ob.
Ja.
Wirklich?
Ja. Bei mir war Marike, die kitzelt immer. Ich so, hä, was kitzelt da? Mein Kopfhörer? Was das Marike war? Nein.
Leute, das ist das größte Schrottspiel, ich spiele das nie wieder, das ist so scheiße.